Is there nothing sacred in the ruthless, cutthroat world of the NBA? Has the pursuit of championship glory become so utterly devoid of reverence that even the most venomous, historically charged rivalry can be casually tossed aside for mere discussion about a trade? For generations, the Los Angeles Lakers and the Boston Celtics have represented the pinnacle of basketball animosity, a rivalry etched in the very soul of the sport, defined by iconic battles, legendary players, and an unyielding, almost visceral hatred. Yet, tonight, we pull back the curtain on a revelation so audacious, so utterly shocking, it threatens to rewrite the very fabric of this storied feud. The Los Angeles Lakers, the purple and gold titans, reportedly engaged in trade talks for their superstar Anthony Davis with none other than their sworn enemy, the Boston Celtics, just months before the blockbuster deal that sent Luka Doncic to LA and Davis to the Mavericks. This isn't just a rumor, it's a seismic shockwave, a moment of pure, unadulterated disbelief that makes you question everything you thought you knew about loyalty, rivalry, and the ruthless, cold-blooded business of professional basketball. The NBA world is still reeling 9 months after the earth-shattering blockbuster trade that sent Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers and Anthony Davis to the Dallas Mavericks. This wasn't just a player swap. It was a tectonic shift that fundamentally altered the trajectory of both franchises, sending ripples of consequence across the entire league. The most recent casualty of this monumental deal was Mavericks general manager Nico Harrison, who was unceremoniously fired earlier this week, a direct result of Dallas's horrific start to the season and the undeniable lopsided nature of the trade. Harrison's dismissal has thrust the entire transaction back into the harsh glare of the spotlight, forcing a re-evaluation of the strategic decisions that led to such a dramatic outcome. But just when you thought all the layers of this complex saga had been peeled back, a new, astonishing piece of information has emerged, adding a layer of jaw-dropping intrigue that elevates the entire narrative to an almost mythical level of shock. On Friday, Brett Siegel of Clutch Points, a well-respected voice in NBA circles known for his deep connections and insightful reporting, published a bombshell report detailing the Lakers' side of the deal. Siegel's article wasn't just a recap, it was a meticulous excavation of the behind-the-scenes maneuvering, revealing the Lakers' proactive approach to the trade market. What he uncovered was nothing short of astounding. Los Angeles had been actively trying to shop Anthony Davis for several months in the middle of last season, long before the Doncic opportunity materialized. This wasn't a reactive move. It was a calculated, strategic effort to explore their options to gauge the market value of their star big man. The Lakers, it turns out, were not simply waiting for a perfect offer to land in their lap. They were aggressively putting out feelers, testing the waters, and engaging in discussions with multiple teams across the league. But among those teams, one name stands out, a name that sends shivers down the spine of any true basketball fan, a name that defies the very essence of NBA history, the Boston Celtics. Siegel's report explicitly details the unthinkable. Of the teams that the Lakers spoke with when they were first putting out feelers for Davis, the Boston Celtics held a couple of calls with Los Angeles, sources said. Let that sink in for a moment. The Lakers, the Celtics, Anthony Davis. Trade talks. It's a phrase combination that feels almost sacrilegious, a violation of the unwritten rules of the most intense rivalry in professional sports. The very idea of the purple and gold, even considering sending one of their foundational stars to the green and white, is enough to make generations of fans gasp in collective horror. Siegel further elaborated on the nature of these discussions, noting that nothing ever progressed to where there was any actual momentum, but Los Angeles was receiving signals that Brad Stevens and his front office were receptive to the idea. This wasn't a hard no from Boston. It was an open door, a willingness to engage, a clear indication that even the deepest-seated animosity could be set aside in the pursuit of a superstar talent. The message the Lakers received back from Boston was succinct, almost chilling in its casualness, yet profoundly significant. We'll keep it in mind. 5 words that speak volumes about the cold, calculating nature of NBA front offices, where sentiment often takes a backseat to strategic advantage. It's also worth noting, as Siegel points out, that the Celtics were next to the Lakers in terms of pursuing Davis when he was traded from the Pelicans in 2019. This historical context reveals a consistent pattern of interest from Boston, making the recent revelation not just a one-off anomaly, but a continuation of a long-standing desire to acquire Davis, regardless of the rival implications. But why, after winning a championship in 2020 and forming a formidable partnership with LeBron James, would the Lakers even consider moving Anthony Davis? The answer lies in a complex tapestry of factors that often plague superstar tenures. Despite his undeniable talent and the glorious triumph of the bubble championship, Davis's time in Los Angeles has been marked by frustrating inconsistency and a concerning injury history. His offensive aggression has often fluctuated, leading to stretches where he appeared passive, failing to consistently dominate games in the way his talent dictates. While a defensive anchor, his availability has been a recurring issue, forcing the Lakers to navigate significant portions of seasons without their star big man. The desire to pair LeBron with another primary playmaker or to secure a younger, more durable superstar for the future was undoubtedly a driving force behind the Lakers' decision to explore the market. They were looking for a way to maximize their championship window while also building for a sustainable future beyond the LeBron era. This proactive approach, while shocking in its scope, reveals a front office determined to leave no stone unturned in their relentless pursuit of sustained excellence, even if it meant engaging in the most unthinkable of conversations. Thankfully for Lakers fans, the unthinkable never came to pass. While Boston was reportedly interested, nothing ever truly materialized from those initial calls. The reason? Dallas blew Los Angeles away by offering Luka Doncic, and the rest, as they say, is history. The Mavericks' offer of a generational MVP-caliber player like Doncic, who is still in the early stages of his prime, was simply too good to pass up. It was an offer that no other team, including the Celtics, could realistically match without completely gutting their own championship aspirations. The Celtics were obviously never going to trade their own foundational superstars, Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown, for Davis, because it simply would have made no sense from a team-building perspective. Heck, trading Doncic for Davis doesn't make much sense for the Mavericks in hindsight, which is probably why Brad Stevens and Rob Pelinka still have jobs, making shrewd, calculated moves, instead of Harrison, who paid the ultimate price for his role in the deal. The Lakers ultimately made the right decision, securing a future superstar and, perhaps more importantly, avoiding the truly unthinkable scenario of sending Anthony Davis to their most hated rival. The collective sigh of relief from the purple and gold faithful must have been deafening when the Doncic deal was finalized, knowing they had narrowly averted a potential catastrophe of historical proportions. The revelation of these trade discussions, however brief and ultimately fruitless, underscores the ruthless, cutthroat nature of the modern NBA. In a league driven by winning and the relentless pursuit of championships, even the most sacred rivalries can be momentarily set aside when a superstar talent becomes available. It's a stark reminder that at the highest levels of professional sports, business often trumps sentiment, and the pursuit of glory can lead to some truly shocking and unexpected conversations. Brad Stevens and Rob Pelinka, as general managers, are first and foremost executives tasked with making the best decisions for their respective franchises, regardless of historical animosity. The unthinkable becomes business as usual when a generational talent is on the table, a testament to the cold, calculating reality that governs the league. The Lakers ultimately emerge from this saga with Luka Doncic, a move that has invigorated their franchise and set them on a new, exciting path. But the knowledge that they even considered sending Anthony Davis to the Boston Celtics will forever be a footnote in the annals of this legendary rivalry, a moment of almost unthinkable betrayal that, thankfully for Lakers fans, never came to pass. It serves as a powerful testament to the fact that in the NBA, the only constant is change, and the only true loyalty is to the pursuit of the championship banner. So, Lakers Nation, how does this news sit with you? Does the thought of Anthony Davis in a Celtics jersey make your blood boil? Or do you understand the cold, hard business decisions that sometimes transcend even the deepest rivalries? Share your passionate reactions and insights in the comments below. Let's dissect this shocking revelation together. And if you're as captivated by the drama and strategic brilliance of the NBA as we are, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for all the latest breaking news and in-depth analysis. Given the historical animosity, do you think the Lakers front office would have truly pulled the trigger on an Anthony Davis trade to the Celtics if Luka Doncic hadn't become available, or was it merely a strategic maneuver to drive up the price?